Hey, Ruthie, about last night. Is there anything that you want to say to me? Uh-huh. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's too early to deal with you. I get that you wanted to bring friends over to our newly built house, but you could have been a bit more considerate about the time. I mean, we could hear you all night. We share this house between our families, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you could wrap up parties a bit earlier than yesterday. So what you're trying to say is that I'm not allowed to bring any of the girls over ever again because we started living in the same house? What? Everyone gets a bunch of compliments as soon as they see the house, and it helps me appreciate it more. Besides, I still have days I want to have fun with my friends. Tony is out for work trips when the house is open, so I just thought it would be a great opportunity to fulfill my needs. Yes, I understand that, and I think it's great that you're still seeing your friends even after marriage. I was just hoping that you would be a little bit more considerate towards me since I live with you. The music was blasting until sunrise last night, and I barely got any sleep. So what? Why can't you just buy some earplugs if it bothers you so much? What? Look, I haven't got permission from your son, and he owns this house anyways, so you have no right to be telling me that I can't bring my friends over and my husband agrees. I texted Tony to ask him what was going on last night. He told me that he didn't expect the party to go on throughout the night. His understanding was that you and your girls would gather and would finish partying by dinner time. He even apologized if there was any trouble, so I don't think he agrees with you. Well, that's on the two of you for misunderstanding what I said. There's nothing wrong with what I did. And I don't see any law stating that I can't bring my friends over if I live with my husband's mother, so I'll do as I please. I never said that you couldn't call your friends over because you live with me. I just wanted you to be a little bit more considerate towards me. I think it's crucial that we both stay as considerate as possible towards each other if we're going to live together. I am considerate. I'm considerate towards you every single day. I think you're misunderstanding something. Even if we're in-laws, we're just two people who live together, and that's it. I have to stay on my toes and be considerate towards you all the time, and it's so stressful. So I just used a single day to enjoy myself and rejuvenate. But here you are telling me that I can't even do that. This is basically harassment. What do you mean I'm harassing you? Look, you should be grateful that we even live with you, because this is uncommon nowadays. You never expressed your gratitude, and now you're bugging me about how I use my own house. Why don't you be a bit more considerate towards me? If you ever harass me again, I'll tell Tony, and he'll not be happy about it.
Hey Mom, how'd it go? Did she give you a proper apology about last night?
Not at all. She actually got really mad at me, that I was harassing her over how she used her own house.
Sorry about that. I'll make sure to tell her that she needs to apologize to you later.
Was Ruthie always like this? I mean, I do have an image of her being a strong-willed woman, but I don't remember her being the type to nag about harassment and all that.
Apparently, Ruthie's mother had to go through a lot that was caused by sharing a house with a relative. And she's been teaching Ruthie some things since we moved in together. Stuff like, assert dominance and don't show weakness. She's starting to believe that it's better to be selfish instead of letting others have their way.
Well, I guess that explains a lot. She's never been so rude to me since I met her.
Sorry, I'll make sure to tell her to think about what she's doing again later. Don't worry, I know that you're not trying to harass her in the slightest sense. Ruthie doesn't understand how indebted we are to you for helping us with our mortgage payment.
Don't bring the payments into this, it's fine. Anyway, were you able to find the friend that ran away? I'm way more worried about that than this.
Oh yeah, we were able to find him, but he had already used up all the money that he stole from the company funds. Apparently, he went on a spending spree with his mistress.
What? I thought that he stole hundreds of thousands of dollars. How did he use so much?
Right? I was really surprised at first too. We built that company together 10 years ago, and went through all the highs and lows together. I really thought he was my best friend. Then I found out he was using company funds for his own expenses. Once we cornered him about it, he just dipped and stole the money that was the literal lifeline of our company. I don't even know how to recover at this point.
Don't worry, Tony. I know you'll come out of this even stronger. I believe in you. And I'll do anything to support you while you need it.
Thank you so much, Mom. Right now, I'm just pouring money out of my own pocket to keep the company alive, and I don't even know how much longer this can last. If you hadn't offered to help with the mortgage payments, I don't know what I would have done.
It's the least I could do. I have some money that your father left behind for me, so just think of it as help from him.
And thank you for keeping all of this out of Ruthie's ears. I really don't know how to thank you for everything.
You don't have to share everything with each other, even if you're married. I'm sure Ruthie would panic if you told her, so it's probably the right decision to keep this a secret for now. That's sort of kindness as well. Now, since you have the time and money that'll last you a while, go focus on your work.
Thanks. We were able to catch the traitor. And right now we're going around banks and asking for loans. I've received news that some are actually showing positive feedback, so I think we might be able to survive this.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Once we get through this, I promise I'll bring the company back. So please help me out for just a little bit more. I'll return this favor 10 times more in the future.
You being happy and healthy is enough, honey. Well, then go work hard. I'll try to make things work for Ruthie on my side, too. Mrs. Anderson, I have a very important announcement to make. An important announcement? What is it? Well, we just found out that I'm pregnant. What? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you, Mrs. Anderson. Since we're going to be welcoming a new life into our family, there's one thing that I need to ask of you. What could that be? I need you to leave our house right now. The whole pregnancy will be ruined if you're there. What? Why do you want me to leave the house? And what do you mean the pregnancy will be ruined? I'm saying that a miscarriage may be caused by the stress that you're putting me in. The doctor told me that I should avoid as many sources of stress as I can. Life in the same house as you is basically the worst situation that I could put myself in as a pregnant woman, so the best choice for the both of us is for you to leave. What? But we built this house. And I understand your point about living with your mother-in-law as being stressful, but as you know, Tony's very busy with work right now and he has to go on tons of business trips. Isn't it better if a person who's already given birth before is right by your side in case anything happens to you? Oh, you don't have to worry about that. My mother, who has experienced giving birth as well, will be taking your place in our house, and she'll begin living with us. I announced my pregnancy to my mother and father right before telling you. They seemed thrilled to hear that they finally have a grandchild. And I spoke about you being a source of stress towards me, and they encouraged me to kick you out for the baby. They even offered to take your place and live with me. I can't believe this. You're really going to kick me out like this? I've never heard such nonsense. Does Tony even know anything about this decision of yours? I'm sure he wouldn't allow something like this to happen. Of course not. He doesn't even know that I'm pregnant yet. What? Really? He's very busy with work right now. I'm going to surprise him with the news as soon as he comes home. I'm sure he'll be thrilled. I mean, not that you'll be here to watch his reaction. A husband can't just say no to his pregnant wife. He'll understand my circumstances, and if it's better for me, then it's better for everyone. All right, then. So you don't even have the permission of the owner of the house, and you're saying all of these things without even letting him know. As they say, relationships work best when the girl is bossy and the man is kind. Anyways, make sure to pack up all of your things and leave as soon as possible, okay? My parents are moving in by the end of today, so I suggest you hurry up. Know that this is the best choice for everyone other than you, including the baby. All right, then. Goodbye. Oh, and don't think about coming back, because we won't be able to help you after retirement. No hard feelings. Sure, but promise to never speak to me again. Then I'll promise not to rely on you, even show my face near you ever again. Really? Yes. Make sure the two of you never rely on me either. I hope your parents are able to afford the $2,000 a month for your mortgage. What? Why would my parents have to pay the mortgage? Tony has all of the payments under control. He owns his own company, for God's sakes. Actually, I'm currently paying all of the monthly mortgage payments right now for him. Tony isn't in the situation to be able to afford to pay an extra $2,000 a month. What? Why not? He is well enough to afford an amount like that. He is a company owner. He has the highest average paying profession in the world. We even have enough money to pay for anything we want in this world. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not necessarily the case right now. He's actually struggling quite a bit to keep the company afloat. The co-owner of the company actually stole company funds and ran away with it. By the time they caught him, he'd already spent almost everything. Tony's currently doing everything he can right now to account for that. What? But I guess you're going to have to cut down on every aspect of living that you can, now that you don't have monthly support from me. You know, I really only meant well for you two. There's no way. You're lying. There's no way I wouldn't know about all this by now. What's he going to do? Who knows? It was all working out perfectly because I was here to support the two of you while he was recovering the company. But now that I'm getting kicked out, I guess your parents can take my place and support you instead. What? Don't worry, he told me that it's all going to be fine as long as he gets through this. But if he doesn't, who knows what might happen to the two of you? Whatever, it's not my business anymore. I wish you all the best of luck. All the best. Wait, there's no way my parents can afford to pay me $2,000 a month? What do you expect me to do about all this? I'm a stay-at-home wife. And my parents live off retirement money and savings. They can't just spend all that on paying off our mortgage. Are you going to make Tony give up his company then? There's no way he's going to get out of this mess without someone's help. So he's going from a company owner to unemployed? Just like that? Yep. Well then, all the best for you guys. I'm leaving the house now as requested, so I guess I'll see you never then. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I heard everything from Ruthie. I'm happy about the pregnancy, but I never guessed that she would use that as an excuse to kick you out of the house.
I'm sorry for telling Ruthie about the company when you were keeping it a secret.
You don't have to worry about it. It looks like we are able to get the company back on track for now. I'm sure we'll be fine for the time being.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah, it turned out that the guy who stole the money actually had most of it. He just hid it away, but we were able to recover it. Over half of it was just hidden in a secret bank account. We were also able to loan out some money from the bank. It's looking pretty good.
Oh my goodness, thank God. So proud of you for getting through this on your own.
No, it's all thanks to you, Mom. You were the only person I could tell about this when there was no one else. I had to look confident in front of my people so that they wouldn't lose confidence. But I was so worried. I can't believe Ruthie even tried kicking you out of our house after everything you've done for me.
Let's calm down, Tony. I'm sure Ruthie was excited about her pregnancy and got ahead of herself, that's all. I was worried during my first pregnancy, too. It might really be better to have her parents there with her. I'm leaving, okay?
If you really are leaving, then at least let me pay for your rent from now on. I'll get you any furniture that you need, too. It's the least I can do after everything you've done for me.
Thank you, honey. I mean, if you insist, then it would really help a lot.
Of course! If you want, I can introduce an apartment to you. My friend does real estate, and he has an opening at a really nice place that has amazing security and a great view.
Are you sure? I mean, that's better than anything I could ever ask for. But what are you going to do from now on? Are you going to continue living with Ruthie and her parents?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. It's a big house that's designed to fit 2 families, and I just can't leave my baby, so...
That's very true.
And also, Ruthie's been lecturing me about how to live with in-laws for a while now, so I've picked up a thing or two. Like, assert dominance while living with your in-laws. So I'm thinking of absolutely dominating that household in response to what they did to you. Anyways, I'll send the address of your new apartment right away.
Mrs. Anderson, would you come back to our house and live with us again? My parents left already, so we have enough room for you. What? Why would your parents leave so soon? They finally have the chance to live in a big home with their daughter and grandchild. Well, they kind of got mad and left. What are they upset about? Tony told my parents the whole story about how you ended up leaving the house, including everything I'd said and done to you. They said that even though I told them that you were harassing me, I was the one who was harassing you. And that you were nice, but I forced you to look bad. They just kept getting angrier and angrier and told me that I was a disappointment and left. I'm glad your parents are sensible people. And Tony has been a completely different person ever since you left. He's gone colder and bitter. He started saying that he wanted something in return for paying for the living expenses of me and my parents. So he was constantly ordering me and my parents to do some housework, and I told him to stop bossing us around. But all he would say in response is that he's only protecting himself by asserting dominance to his in-laws. Oh my. My parents then figured out that he was trying to let them know that I was treating you the way he was treating them. They told me off about how they never raised me to be like this and stormed out of the house. So you two get the whole house to yourselves now. I mean, it's a lot of space for two people, but I'm sure you'll get used to it in no time. That's not the issue here. The issue is that Tony wants me to keep the whole house spotless, all by myself. I can't clean a house like this all by myself. And I had you to do all the cooking, so I have no idea how to put anything together. Please, I'll apologize for everything I've ever said and done to you, so please just come back and live with us. I mean, I do agree that it would be a waste for only the two of you to live in such a nice house. So I'll agree to move back in with you. But don't think we can just go back to being the way that we used to be. What? If I move back in, I'm only going to take care of myself. I won't be helping take care of you or your family, including my grandchild. Why not? Because I'm not your maid. If you agree to that, then I'll move back in with you again. Well then, I'll see you if you ever make up your mind. After that, I received a letter from Ruthie's parents. It wrote how they were sorry for raising their child to do the things she did to me. In addition to that, they included a request for me to correct her behavior as much as I want, since they couldn't do the job while raising her. After my son joined in and begged me to move back in as well, I made the decision to go back. I'm currently spending my days teaching her the righteous ways of a housewife. I heard that Ruthie goes begging to her parents once in a while about how hard I am on her. But they seem to have no mercy on her anymore. My son seemed to have succeeded in bringing his company back to where it used to be, and has been providing me with gifts and trips all over the world. I'm proud to say that I've raised a man of his word.
Betty, it's been so long, hasn't it? I have some huge news to share with you, but is now a good time to talk? No, it is never a good time to talk with you, Angela. You know, I still get angry even just having to be reminded that you exist, so if you don't mind, I'd really rather not have this conversation at all. Wait, what? Now hold on for just 1 second there. I mean, you haven't heard from me in years, and this is the way that you choose to greet me? Don't you think you're being just a little mean? Are you telling me that you've already forgotten what you did to me? I thought we were friends, or at least friendly, and you stabbed me in the back. You have really got some nerve coming to me asking if I want to catch up about your life. Oh, but that was already 2 years ago. You really have got to get over these things, Betty. I mean, what is there even left to be mad about? It all happened so long ago. Well, I don't care how long ago it happened. I am never, ever going to forgive you for what you did to me. I mean, our daughters used to be friends at preschool. I thought that we got along too. You were always someone I felt like I could trust. But then you had to go and steal my husband away from me. Surely you can't still be hung up over all that, right? I mean, I know I probably shouldn't have done what I did, but it's not like you can really blame me for going after something that I wanted, right? That isn't true, though. You were always trying to go after my husband, and you know it. You were probably just pretending to be friends with me, too. Also, you could get to Dave. In fact, you even said as much to me before, don't you remember? Right, but what I'm saying is that Dave was a serious catch. If you don't think there were going to be women out there interested in making him theirs, then that's on you. Besides, I was a single mother. You have no idea just how tough I had it. And then when I met Dave and found out this handsome man also had a good-paying job, well, what was a woman to do? So yeah, I was trying to steal him away from you for a while, but it worked, didn't it? I knew talking to you like this was a bad idea. Just reading these messages is already making my blood boil. But anyways, Dave is your husband now, and I don't see why I should have to know anything about your lives. So if you'll excuse me, I really must be going now. But wait, you can't leave yet. I haven't even gotten to talk to you about my big news. You see, the thing is that yesterday, Dave passed away. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I'm a single mother once again. Wait, are you serious? Dave is dead? Yeah, he had been complaining about some kind of chest pains for a while, but then he was also complaining about always being too busy with work to go and see a doctor. And then yesterday he just collapsed at work and never got up. It sounds to me like he had a stroke. I see. Well, thank you for sharing that information with me. I really had no idea that Dave was gone. I guess this means that I'll have to break the news to little Julia then. He really was taken from this world too soon. Like, couldn't he have waited just a little longer? Can you believe that we were only married 2 years before he kicked the bucket? You know, I have a lot of things I want to say to you, but for now, just know that I really am sorry for your loss. I hope that wherever he is, Dave is in a better place now. Thank you for those kind words, Betty. But you really don't need to waste any time worrying about me, you know. I may be single again, but I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm going to move on with my life. And it also helps that I get everything in Dave's will, too. I'm sure that all that money will help me in recovering from my tragic loss. Wait, what do you mean? Dave left you money in his will? That's right. I really just can't believe he's gone. I mean, I was just starting to really enjoy the life of being a wife of a CEO. But now that he's gone, I guess that just means that I'll have to have enough fun for the both of us. Well, I'll try and avoid speaking ill of the dead. But if you have to give him credit for anything, Dave knew how to run a business. Not only that, but he was never once late with a child support payment. But I guess he must have also set something aside for you as well. Oh yes, he did. And I was going to take that money, go to South Korea, and get plastic surgery. Then I'm going to be the hottest widow on the market, and it is going to make finding a new man to sweep me off my feet that much easier. Oh man, maybe things will finally go well for me. Wait a second, Angela. Don't you think that you're being just a little disrespectful right now? What are you talking about? In what way am I being disrespectful? Well, I mean that you're bragging about the money you're going to inherit from Dave, and not only that, but you said you were going to use it to find a new husband. Don't you think there should be a longer mourning period or something for him? I don't really see how the amount of time I spent mourning is going to make any other man want me more. If anything, it'll just make me look like some depressed widow who is too sad to remarry. And I really don't think that's what Dave would have wanted for me. I'm not saying that you don't deserve to be happy in your life, but the funeral hasn't even happened yet, right? Should you really even be thinking about the inheritance this early after he's gone? I knew it! I knew that you were just jealous of how much money I was going to be getting, but anyways, now you know what's happening.
Hello, is this Betty? We met once before, but I'm not sure if you remember me. I'm Thomas, Angela's son.
Oh, Thomas, of course I remember you. You were just a bit older than Julia in elementary school, weren't you? I just wanted to say that I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I'm not sure how close you and Dave managed to get before he passed, but I'm sure this is hitting you quite hard.
I didn't think of Dave as my dad at all. In fact, to me, he was always just Julia's dad that my mom managed to steal from your family. But I could never live with the feeling of stealing Julia's dad.
Thomas, I had no idea that you felt this way about the whole situation.
Well, I actually am messaging you today because I have a few things that I want to talk to you about. For example, do you know how to have a funeral? I've tried looking up things online, but I feel like it just made me more confused than anything else.
Wait, what? Why on earth are you looking up something like that?
Well, my mom said that she didn't have time to deal with Dave's funeral, so She told me to handle it all. So I guess that means that I'm in charge of organizing it and stuff.
You have got to be kidding me. Did your mom really say that?
Yeah, I mean, my mom is back to being a single mother. We don't really talk to any of our relatives. Especially not after she had her affair with Dave. That was the last straw for a lot of people. But anyways, that's bad for me because it means that I don't have anyone to ask.
But wait a minute. Where is your mom right now, Thomas? I mean, why in the world would she leave arranging the entire funeral up to you?
Well, my mom is actually out of the country on vacation right now. She told me that she just found out that the check for Dave's money just cleared and that she was off to spend it.
She's away on a vacation right now? So not only is she not going to be at Dave's funeral, but the reason she won't is because she's traveling?
Betty, I just want you to know how sorry I am that you've had to deal with my mom's antics. I really am always trying to stop her from acting this way, but anytime I say anything to her, it's like talking to a brick wall. She doesn't listen to anything I have to say. And this morning when I woke up, she was gone.
Thomas, please, you do not have to apologize to me for what your mom does. In fact, I'm glad that you reached out to talk to me about all of this. I'm very proud of how maturely you've been acting about all this. As for the funeral, that isn't something a child should have to plan. You can leave it all to me.
You mean it? You really want to help plan your ex-husband's funeral? Even after he left you and Julia for my mom? I don't know what to say. All this time I thought that I should have had to plan the funeral as a kind of punishment.
You don't deserve to be punished for anything, Thomas. You haven't done anything wrong. You're a very sweet and kind boy, but this is something the grown-ups should have to deal with. But what I want to know is, if your mom is away on her trip, are you okay? Do you have enough food in the house for yourself?
Kind of. I've been eating a lot of frozen meals that I'm getting from the store, but I'm pretty used to it after all this time.
All this time? What do you mean by that, Thomas?
Well, I just mean that my mom never cooks for me to begin with, so ever since I was little, I've always been eating prepared stuff from the store. But when my mom married Dave, she told him to give me more money to buy food, so I was actually given a budget of about $20 a meal.
And Dave really had no problem with you never eating a home-cooked meal at all?
I don't know whether or not he minded, but he was always too busy with work to do anything. I mean, we would eat out together at restaurants from time to time, but that was it, really.
So neither Dave nor your mom ever cooked a meal for you themselves? I don't get it. Don't they understand how important this time of your life is for growth? Thomas, I want you to come over to my house right away. You are welcome to stay here until all the funeral business is done with.
Wait, what? You can't really be serious about that, right?
Of course I'm serious. Besides, Julia is always talking about wanting to see you. She hasn't seen you since Angela and Dave got married and you transferred schools. I think it's been at least 10 years since you last saw each other.
But there's no way that I could ever face your daughter in person. I mean, my mom was the person who stole her father away from her mother. I'm the son of the woman who completely ruined her family.
But you didn't do anything, and you can't blame yourself for this. This is all on your mom, and you shouldn't feel any responsibility for it at all. Now please, come over here and enjoy some real food. Honestly, someone your age shouldn't be having to deal with all of this. It's just tragic.
Betty, thank you so much.
Of course, but I just wonder if you haven't already forgotten where I live. Anyways, I'll think of something special to cook for dinner tonight, so you hurry on over here. I heard that you stepped in for my son and ended up organizing the whole of Dave's funeral. Even to the end, I guess you never really were over him, were you? Why else would you step up and take over for Thomas like that? You have got some nerve asking me that. Why in the world was it up to your son to hold the funeral anyways? I mean, he is barely a teenager. There is no way he would have been able to do all that by himself. Honestly, what in the world is the matter with you? Didn't you feel a need to pay your respects to Dave at all? What more do I need to respect him for when I have all of his money? You really are a rather sentimental person, do you know that? And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you did all of this for Dave when you two aren't even married anymore. I certainly hope that you didn't hope to get anything from me by doing this. Because if you think that I'm going to share a penny of what Dave left me, then you are very, very wrong. Oh, please, do you really think that that's why I stepped in to help your son? I am really getting sick of all your wild delusions, Angela. Here I thought that you would have wanted to show some kind of emotion to Dave's memory, but instead I'm the one having to host the funeral all by myself. There you go, trying to guilt me into giving you something. I knew you would try this. But unfortunately for you, it isn't going to work. I've already told you that you aren't going to see a single penny. Dave's inheritance is all mine. So don't bother trying to kiss up to me. It won't work. You do know that Dave and I never actually got a divorce, right? And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that had we actually been divorced, then you would have the rights to his will. But the fact is that Dave and I never finalized the divorce, so we were just separated. But legally, we were still married. So basically, I have a much stronger claim to his estate than you do. What in the world are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Dave and I were married for 2 whole years before he died. That's the reason why I stole him from you. Besides, I know for a fact that we signed the wedding documents and everything. But did you actually see Dave ever take them to the courthouse for processing? Of course I didn't. Why would I both need to follow him all the way there? I signed the papers. That means we're married. It really is as simple as that. After we signed the documents, I left it all up to Dave to take care of. Well, then I think that Dave might have tricked you, because you two were never married. You really have no idea what you're talking about. Do you know that? Oh, I'm afraid that I do, though. You see, I never forgave either of you for your affair. And one way that I got my revenge was by refusing to divorce Dave. It would have been so easy to just sign the papers and be done with it, but then I knew that that would make things even easier for him. I still carried around my grudge against you two, so I never ever signed any kind of divorce papers. You have got to be kidding me! I am not at all, and Dave knew he had no choice but to go along with it, since I could have taken away his visiting rights to see our daughter. I told him that if he and I get divorced, that he would never ever see his daughter again. You did what? But this doesn't make any sense. This is the first I'm hearing of any of this. Well, now you know that for the past 2 years, your so-called marriage to Dave was all a lie. But surely the courts would have seen that we were together. I'm afraid that it's not a matter of that at all. Dave's will lays out quite explicitly that his wife is to get everything. And that would mean that it all goes to me. It doesn't really say that, does it? Surely there's got to be a mistake here. My name has to be on that somewhere. There has to be a version around here with my name on it. Well, you said he died suddenly from a stroke, right? So what makes you think he would have even made something like that? I found Dave's will, and just as I thought, I am going to get a huge amount of money. You mean you found a new version of the will? That's right. He said that even though we weren't married, he wanted to leave me everything as a way of apologizing for lying to me. I see. Well, if the document is really real, then you have to go and get it notarized. That way it can be used legally. Otherwise, it would just look like you were trying to pass off a fake document as the real one. And that is a very serious crime. Wait, hold on. Is that really true? You mean I can't just show them this document that I found this morning? But then you have to at least give me something. Ah, so you mean you did forge that document? Please, I have a child. I need Dave's money to take care of him.
Oh, don't worry about me, Mom. Betty already said that she was going to pay for my college. I'm glad that you got back home from your trip there. Betty was so worried about me when she heard that you were gone. She took me in for a few days.
Wait a second. Is this Thomas? What are you talking about? You're with Betty right now, and what do you mean she's going to pay for your schooling?
I mean that she is going to be more of a mother to me than you ever were. She already has been in just the short time that I've been here. We've been talking, and she told me that if I managed to get into a college, that she would pay for all 4 years of my tuition.
But that isn't fair. What do I get there?
I don't care what you get, Mom. I was talking with Julia, and she was so excited that we're going to go to college together.
Thomas, you can't trust someone like Betty. She's going to charge you interest. She's going to try and trap you with debt.
No, she said she was going to do all this for free. Betty told me I won't owe her a penny, ever. And so, I really don't need or want you in my life anymore, Mom. I think I'm old enough to take care of myself. And after all, I've been doing it already for years now.
How dare you talk to your mother that way? What is the matter with you?
Is that really the last thing you wanted to say to me as my mom?
No, wait, don't go. I'm sorry. Please, you have to talk to Betty and convince her to share some of that money with me. I need it.
I see. Well, if that's all you need me for, I think I'm going to be going now. Have a nice life, Mom. Don't reach out to talk to me ever again.
Wait, no, Thomas, come back. Please, you can't just leave me like this. I'm your mother. Can't you see that I really need help right now? Please, you have to come back. Thomas! After that, I talked with Thomas and agreed to let him live with Julia and I. He really is a brilliant kid, and he excelled in all of his classes. By the time he finished school, he was valedictorian and even gave a speech to all of his classmates. Julia and I support him through the college application process. By the time he heard back from all the schools he applied to, he had 5 different full-ride offers to choose from. I continued to get harassing messages from Angela begging for money. She even hired a lawyer and tried to sue me. But she quickly burned through what little money she had left doing that, and it got her nowhere. Now that Thomas is in school, he tells me that he swears to pay me back one day. And I tell him that he has nothing to worry about at all.